So yeah, I read an article in our local paper, just our local Kitchener paper, that was explaining the host homes program and was interested right away. I sent you a message immediately with a screenshot.
We had one son at the time and have since had a daughter. And I think both Dave and I wanted to have a real example of what it is to give back when you can. You have space to give and lots of love in the house. So it was an easy yes.
Both of us being paramedics, we deal with the youth in the shelter in a very different way.
Yeah.
And of course it's still helpful and we provide help for them, but it's nice to be able to provide that help in a much different way that we feel, at least, has far more impact on the youth.
We have a very busy life and very active life, which we have offered all our youth to participate in as much or as little as they like. And to be perfectly honest, it just, after bumps or kinks or whatever, it just seems to work itself out. Like, our life happens, their life happens, sometimes they cross over, but I really haven't found it to be disruptive or anything.
Exactly. And a lot of the youths are, I find, very self-sufficient or have to learn some of that self-sufficiency, which they're going to need before when they go out on their own as well, right? So, yeah, I think the schedules are tough. They're always tough. It doesn't matter what you're in. But
yeah, but I don't know that the
program is pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know that the program interferes with any of that. We've got young kids. Our schedule's crazy.
I think sort of at the beginning is like sort of feeling each other out and getting to know each other's personalities and working with each other. That usually comes pretty quick. The match meetings that we do beforehand really help with that.
Personality-wise, it's not always a perfect fit. Sometimes that's the biggest challenge, is just getting over that initial, like, you know, however long it takes to get comfortable with each other.
I think it's important to be flexible and keep an open mind, and recognize that these youth are coming in very vulnerable states from various situations that I think a lot of us don't really understand or comprehend. So I think it's important to be welcoming, but also not put too much pressure on them either, right? If they want to sit by themselves for the first couple of days and not really interact and sort of get used to their environment, that's something you just roll with.
Even before that, if you're just in sort of the beginning stages of even thinking that it might be something that you might be interested in, just reaching out to the coordinators. They're such a great resource. They've been an unbelievable support and help to our family, and they're great. Tons of information. You'll get it all from them.
Certainly watching the successes have been really exciting.
Yeah. We currently have someone who's moving out to start college in the fall, so that's, I mean,
it's really exciting. They're excited, we're excited.
Yeah, it's just that's a really awesome feeling. Because truly, the shelter is not a place where these successes can happen. These youth need a space to be able to do this in a comfortable way. Of course.
Didn't know anything about it. Never heard of anything like it before, so.
But even when you think about it, you're inviting a stranger into your home, and who, you know, and I think that could be a big deal for anybody. It's that was the biggest thing for me, I think, was the sharing my space with someone that I didn't know, and having the young kids too. That also plays a part, because again, these youth are not always coming from families that do things the same way we do them, that have the same house rules, that have the same responsibilities and boundaries, etc. Like, that's always a challenge. So of course that's a big deal.
No challenges that we can't work through though, or that anyone can work through.
It's been fairly successful so far.
So far.
Yeah.
We've never had a problem with the kids. Some haven't been as interested in participating with them, which I completely get, but most of them all have great interactions with the kids and like to play and hang out and don't mind
Yeah.
the kids asking them questions. And
Yeah.
so that's actually been a lot of fun. And it seems like a lot of the youth that come here too have other siblings as well, right? So
Yep.
I think it's good for them to, it's good for them to participate with the kids.
Watching the successes it really is, it's so rewarding. Every time we're asked if we're going to continue with the program, it's always yes, even with the challenging people we've had. But I really believe in the program, so that's why I want to stay.
Right. And like we've made some really positive relationships out of it. Like,
one who's coming to help out with our upcoming wedding, so that's exciting.
two that are coming.
Yeah. So I think too, that's been to be able to keep in contact with these people is so, and watch them continue to be successful and happy, and it's really awesome.
I think it's an incredibly important program. The emergency shelters, of course, have their place, but it can also be a gateway to a not good place. And I truly feel that Host Homes program is making big strides in helping keep the kids from getting sucked into all the bad places and keeping them off the street.
And social services are notoriously underfunded, so I don't think any region is different in that they struggle to be able to house the people that need housing, and the emergency shelters are overwhelmed. To participate in the host home program, it allows them to be removed from an environment that they just don't belong in. If there has been any continued concerns with the youth that have stayed in the home, we've always felt supported by the coordinators. They answer our questions, they're absolutely there for us, they've come to the house, and they're easily accessible.
The coordinators have come out, while we've been traveling, coordinators have come out to help check out and keep up on the youth while we've been gone. But I think that also speaks a lot to the process, is we've still done our traveling and vacations even while youth have been here, and more often than not haven't had any concerns whatsoever and haven't had any problems. Of course there's been some challenges that have risen, but the host home coordinators have always been there to back us up and help out.
The interview process, I think, before the youth even get to us, once they've been accepted into the program, I think at that point there's a pretty good understanding of what kind of person it is, and whether or not it will be a successful fit for them or not.
It's nice. It's just nice being involved in a very different way, and I like it. I still like it.